Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on people spending too much money on like food, but not just like food altogether, but like just one food item. Why? When I see, so the reason why I'm doing this is because like I seen a video on TikTok where a guy, he spent $100 on a mango. Like, not like a big giant mango. It ain't like some watermelon sized mango. It's not like it's, this special. I guess like the origins of it. There was some backstory that he told in the video. But overall, like, in my opinion, that mango was not worth $100. I didn't even eat it. And I've never had mango before, but I'm pretty sure a mango at Safeway, Target, a place where they sell mangoes, all right? Even one of those, like a field where it's being grown or whatever, however a mango is made. But I would imagine that a regular old mango that you most likely can get at the store for a lot less than $100, I'm pretty sure it's going to taste the same. If not, there's probably them cheaper ones out there that taste better. And it trips me out that there are people out there that will literally scam somebody out of $100 to sell this mango. And I'm like, bruh, I would rather go through the trouble. All right, hear me out. I would rather go through the trouble to wait for the proper time to plant a garden. Okay. Put some little mango seeds in there. I think, mangoes, that's how most fruit is grown. It's grown or whatever. But anyways, I would rather go through that trouble of making my own mango and eating that. And I'm like, fam, I don't care how long it takes. I just know that spending $100 on a mango, it's a scam, bro. Here's the thing. If you know me, and even if you don't know me, but I feel like those that like they know who I am and they know what type of individual that I am, know that I will never in life spend $100 on a mango. It took me years to get into sneakers, right? It took me years to get into sneakers. It took me years to really get invested into content creating, all right? And people know that I'm cheap. I don't like spending a whole lot of money. I never did enjoy spending a whole lot of money. But when I see people spending that type of money on stuff, I'm like, fam, what kind of job do you have to where you could just go out of your way and just spend $100 on a mango? And overall, I feel like when you do things like that, you have a following, overall, like you're going to make your money back and stuff by posting it on YouTube, posting it on TikTok, posting it everywhere else. Like, that video is going to go viral. It's going to end up on TV. It's going to end up everywhere. But me, on the other hand, I'm like, I have to say that's probably why that's why I'm like where I'm at right now in life. Because I'm like, I'm not, gone viral on social media. I've gone viral just, with videos that I've posted, but not on those stuff like that. Because I'm not going to do that. It's just, in my opinion, there's no reason, food should ever cost that much money. No reason at all. Even if it gives you, because my thing is this. Let's say if that mango gives you like health benefits, right? It adds a year on to your life. Why am I having to spend $100 to add a year in life? Why is stuff like that not being given out for free to the public? It's like, if I want to live longer, I'm like, fam, something like that should be given out for free. And I'm having to spend $100 for it? Like, is that normal? Like, I'm curious. Like, I want people to reach out to me and ask me, like, or, answer that question. Is that normal to spend $100 on? And I feel like there's going to probably be some people that reach out and be like, oh, yeah, there was a time where I remember I went to this restaurant and I spent like $60 on a drink. A drink should not cost that much, though. Like, what did you gain from drinking that drink? Like, did they put you on some, like, like wall, like the wall of drinkers, and then your face is like at the very top because you bought the most expensive drink? I feel like I'm saying some stuff like that, and then there'll be somebody like, bro, that wasn't even the most expensive drink. Like, there was a drink actually that cost $200. I'm like, and you don't even get put on no wall. I wouldn't buy that drink. I'm sorry, I would not buy that drink. $200 for a drink? I'm like, that better have been the best drink that I've ever had in my whole life. Like, it better be a drink where if it's an alcohol beverage, it better be some stuff where I'm like, I can shut the drunkenness down and turn it back on whenever I feel like. It better be an alcohol beverage where it's like the best drunkenness that you can possibly be in. But if not, let's say if it's a water, I'm like, bruh, they better leave me hydrated for the whole year, bro. $200 for some water? And no, there are places out there. I mean, like, for an example, I remember when I went out to Vegas, and the Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Palace is like this big old giant hotel out there. I mean, it's a hotel. It has a mall. It has, like, of course, the casino area. So then, of course, like the places where you can, like, stay at and stuff. But I mean, like it's huge. The Caesar's Palace is huge. And I'll never forget when I was walking and I was going to get, and I seen like they sold Red Bull, and I was like, this was the first time that I had went to Vegas, so I was like, I wasn't old enough to gamble, because I think it was like 2015. So yeah, I was only 19 at the time, so I couldn't gamble, drink, I couldn't do nothing. I'm like, only thing I could do is just be a kid, pretty much, a 19-year-old kid. So yeah, I went seen that they had Red Bull at one of these like areas, like, this like food like areas and things. So I go over there and I'm getting it. The lady's like, it'd be $6. And I'm sitting here thinking she's charging me for $2, because, and may I remind you, this is like them small 8-ounce Red Bulls. These are like the Red Bulls where it's like, if you watch my videos and you see my microphone, like it's like roughly, like the size of like the upper part of my microphone. It's not the biggest Red Bull. An 8-ounce Red Bull is not the biggest Red Bull out of them all and stuff. But she was charging me $6 for it. And I'm like, are you serious? $6 for that? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, bruh, this is the cost of like being into drinking Red Bulls? I'm like, nah, bro. I think I went to one of those like CVS stores or something. I think they were cheaper there. I don't know. I can't even remember. But I'm like, yeah, it's stuff like that where I'm like, are you serious? $6 for a Red, and I bought it. And that's the messed up thing about it. I'm like, I'm telling you, the amount of times I've been scammed in life, like I was just recently scammed, and I'm like, why? Like there's places where I can go to and get cheaper things, and I'm like, I don't know why it's like I just don't do that instead, but I'm like, I guess there's just some selling point out of it all, and I'm like, well, I guess you got a point there and stuff. And I'm more so seeing this like, okay, maybe I am like helping this person out. Well, not Caesar's Palace, but I'm like, other times I've been scammed. And I'm like, okay, maybe this person's broke and maybe they need my help. And maybe I'm like, okay, if that's the case, then I'm like, all right, fine. I'll write it off and just, live my life. But I think back on times when I've been scammed and I'm like, why? Why did I do that? I'm like, I could have very well had some money and stuff, just something. And, overall, just got scammed. And I'm like, man, it's messed up. And that's why I personally think when people are buying like food that's like $100 and it's only one food item. I'm not saying it's like one of like, or like you're getting like one item, but it's like multiple. Like, no, just one. Like, I'm saying the man had one mango. One. Not like it wasn't like he spent $100 on a bunch of mangoes. No, he spent $100 on one mango. Okay. I spent $6 on one small Red Bull. To me, it's stuff like that where I'm like, bruh, and then it's funny how like when people will try to defend the scamming, like for an example, I remember with the resellers and stuff, because there was at a point in time where I kind of got into it with some resellers on social media. It was like very brief and it wasn't like something that stood out, but there were like resellers that were like commenting, because I was making videos talking about like how like people were reselling Xboxes and PlayStations for these crazy amounts. And I'm like, it's not worth it. I don't think you understand. It's not worth it. And they're like, I think there was like serve and demand or something like that. They said some old dumb stuff. And I'm like, you're not serving me anything that I could just easily go out and buy. Like if like let's say if these like things were out on like store shelves and things, I can easily save myself like $300-400. Like cause like okay, so like let's say if it's the PlayStation, right? So the PlayStation is like $499 after tax, like probably like what 500 and something, and then you have somebody out there charging an extra $300-400. So because of this person, because they want to be on some like serve and demand trip, I'm giving them an extra money, extra $300-400 for what? My thing is this. Why am I giving you an extra $300-400? What have you done to this PlayStation? Because that's how I'm looking at it. What have you done to this PlayStation to where it cost more than what the people there that made them? The people that made them are charging way less. So why am I going through you and I'm spending more? Does that make any sense? Why would Sony? Because if that's the case, Sony could be making that type of money then, but they're not. They're charging. See, the value of a PlayStation 5 is $499 before tax. So I'm saying like that's why when they were trying to like get on me about that, I'm like, yeah, I know for a fact you're not. You bought it at retail price. You're trying to sell it to me for resale price. Does that make any sense? Like, does that honestly sound logical? Because I want to spend it. If you're out here buying, because no, so what they'll do is that they'll spend the amount that they're reselling them for, that'll be the amount that they'll spend like on 2 PlayStations, right? And then people will go out and sell them for these crazy amounts, like $800-900. And I'm like, it's not coming with a headset. It's not coming with multiple games. Okay. It's not coming with multiple controllers. I'm not getting multiple PlayStations. I'm getting one PlayStation, one controller. It's most likely not going to come with no other accessories, no other video games or nothing else. So why am I spending that much on a PlayStation? The motorcycle outside, but anyways, but it's like, no, but like, why am I spending that much on a PlayStation? And I'm not even trying to hear no like, serve and demand or whatever, however that saying goes. But I'm like, that's stupid, bro. It's dumb. I'm sorry, but I'm not even sorry on that. But I'm like, it's dumb. It's like a PlayStation should not cost that much. A Mango should not cost $100. What other things that can I possibly think of? I'm pretty sure there's some more things out there where it's like people are out there scamming and stuff. Even certain shoes, like there's these pair of shoes that I want to get, and it's these Dunks, and Nike only I think charge like $100 for the shoes, and then you got resellers out there charging like $700-800 for the shoes. I'm like, they're not worth that much though. Like with the material, because if you think about it, with the material that's being added. Okay, and then, all the other things, the box, the shoelaces, the paper that comes inside the box, the designs around the box, all that stuff. It's still not worth that much. It's not. I'm sorry. Like Nike overall they're all like, okay, this is how we're going to make our money. We're going to put it up for $100, whatever, because it's like it's leftover material. And then and that's why I had to say why like Dunks. I remember when Dunks had came when they was like back when they were coming out when I was in like middle school and stuff. And when they were like not like really popular, but just when they were like being sold on shelves for like $20-30 and things, because like the shoes aren't like I guess like they're shoes that's not meant to last for a long period of time, but I guess because now they probably put like more synthetic material into the shoes so the shoes will last a little bit longer and things. But overall, even then, isn't the synthetic material like cheaper? Because I think I remember like from when I watched like sneaker videos and like OG like sneakerheads, like guys that's been in the game a lot longer than I have, and they'll say like the material has changed throughout the years. Like there's this one guy, shout out to him, his name is Wear Testers, but I remember he was talking on the Bread 11s, and he was saying how like the Bread 11s like this, that's like my all-time favorite sneaker and stuff, but how he was saying that back in the 90s the shoes was more cushioning, the leather felt real, like there's all these different things that he was saying about those shoes. And then versus now where it's like the shoe, it has like some aspects where it's like still there, but then there's going to be some things about it that's synthetic and ain't the real deal and ain't the real material, but it comes from the same factory. So it's like, all right, well, it comes from the same factory. I can't trip too much about it and stuff. But yeah, overall, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm like, it's stuff like that I'm chilled with, where it's like, if it ain't real stuff, but I'm not spending a whole lot of money for it, I'm like, okay, but it's like, you got people out there that will, take that and, charge like a crazy amount. Cause let's just see how much a pair of Bread 11s are going for. I think probably like $400, but I'm gonna go on, GOAT. Shout out to GOAT. But anyways, let me go on there and see how much a pair of Bread 11s cost. Bread 11, okay. 2019 edition, because the 2019 editions were the last ones to come out. So for a size 10, so I could wear both a 10 and a 10.5. It's weird how my feet operate like that with Bread 11s. But anyways, no, so with a 10 costs $429. And then for a 10.5, it's $437. And these shoes retailed at, they don't say, hold on, let me check StockX. StockX usually lets me know like how much shoes retail for. Like, I like that about StockX. Shout out to StockX too, but anyways, okay, back on here. Size, wait. I could go on StockX and actually get these for a cheaper price. They cost $3.99 for both 10 and 10.5. But the retail price was $220. So I'm like, at the end of the day, that's why I'm asking those people, what are you adding? Because if you're going to be charging more, it's like, you think of it like a bundle. Like, you're adding something to it. But if you're not adding anything, then why am I giving you extra money? See, that's what I'm saying. It's like that scamming stuff. I'm like, hey, if you think you're doing something right, then you're going to be the only one thinking that. But your average person, or, you're a cheap person like myself, we're not going to want to do things like that. All right. So anyways, people, stop scamming. All right. There's no reason for it. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.